SpaceX launch director, go to launch.
There is that final launch director go. All systems are go for launch of Falcon 9 and the CRS-31 mission.
T-minus 30 seconds. Seconds. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition, engine full power, and liftoff. Go SpaceX, go Falcon, go CRS.
Vehicles pitching downrange. And we have liftoff. NASA's SpaceX 31st commercial resupply mission is on its way to the International Space Station, carrying science, supplies, and the spirit of exploration.
Now, during ascent, we will tilt or gimbal the engines, guiding the rocket into what we call a gravity turn. Now, during this turn, the vehicle is flying both up and horizontally away from the launch pad. The rocket
Power telemetry nominal.
typically needs to go 17,500 miles per hour horizontally in order
Falcon
to
9 is supersonic.
There it is at the
avoid
bottom.
getting pulled back down to Earth. You just heard that call out that Falcon 9 is supersonic, and shortly we'll be throttling the engines back in preparation for max Q.
Max Q.
There's that call for max Q. That's the maximum aerodynamic pressure that the vehicle will see during ascent.
Unfortunately, we
Coming
have
up
these
shortly, we will
lights
have
here.
a few events
Okay.
in quick succession, starting with main engine cutoff, followed by stage separation, second
Stage 2 engine chill.
engine startup 1, and the boost back burn of the first stage. You just heard the call out for the second stage engine chill, starting in preparation for that engine startup. We are just about 30 seconds away from main engine cutoff, where the 9 Merlin 1D engines on the first stage will shut down.
Oh, it's going right behind
Shortly
that.
after that, the stage 1 and 2 will separate from one another, and the MVAC engine on the second stage will start. Second engine start 1 is when we ignite that single Merlin vacuum engine of the second stage. Shortly after that, the boost back burn will start on the first stage.
There it is right in the center.
There's main engine cutoff.
Main engine cutoff. Stage separation confirmed.
Stage separation.
Stage 2 startup. Stage 1 boost back startup.
And there you can see a beautiful view of the concurrent second stage engine start, along with the start of that first stage boost back burn. And really cool views from the second stage engine there and the first stage. Now, if you're just joining us, the first stage on your left is in the middle of its boost back burn, which is the first of 3 burns designed to take the first stage back down to Earth to our landing zone 1. And the second stage is in its burn, carrying Dragon and the CRS-31 mission towards its intended orbit.
And we should see the landing.
Stage 1 boost back shutdown.
There is the end of that boost back burn. Again, that was the first of 3 planned burns of the first stage. And in about 3 minutes, there will be 2 additional burns, the entry burn and the landing burn of that first stage, to bring it back down to land at landing zone 1 at Cape Canaveral.
I'm all right.
We are at T plus 3 minutes and 55 seconds here in today's mission. CRS-31 is SpaceX's 105th launch this year, and we are coming up on the entry burn and then second engine cutoff of the second stage.
Jesus Christ.
Now the entry burn is slated for a little over 2 minutes from now at the T plus 6.5 minute mark, and you should see
What do you
that
think I'm doing here?
on your screen when the first stage performs it. And for that entry burn, we
Sorry
relight
about that,
3
folks.
of the 9
Vehicles
M1D.
are on a nominal trajectory.
You heard that call out. Vehicles are all on a nominal trajectory. And again, for that entry burn, we will relight 3 of the 9 M1D engines, starting with the center E9 engines, followed shortly after by the E1 and E5 engines, which are on either side of it.
And we may
This burn
see
will slow the
the
vehicle down as it passes back into the Earth's atmosphere. The reason we need to perform this entry burn is we need to slow down to reduce re-entry forces, which helps us to recover and reuse the first stage. You can follow along on the bottom left and right hand of your screen for the speed and altitude for the first and second stages respectively. And the second stage, which you can see on your screen right now, is on its first burn. And this is what will be targeting the Dragon orbit, from whence, after Dragon's separation, Dragon will continue the rest of its journey to the International Space Station using its own onboard Draco thrusters. We are just about 30 seconds from the start of the first stage entry burn. This will be about a 20-second burn that slows that first stage down as it re-enters the Earth's atmosphere.
Nominal trajectory.
We are also currently in the middle of the second stage burn. We have about 2 minutes left in this burn.
There we go. And we may hear a sonic boom here.
Stage 1 entry burn.
There is the start of the stage 1 entry burn. And this is a 3-engine burn of the first stage, slowing the first stage down as it comes back home
Stage
to
1
Earth.
entry burn shutdown.
Stage 1 FTS is saved.
And there is that call out for a good entry burn and the flight termination system being saved. Really cool views of the nighttime on the Cape Canaveral coast. The first stage that supporting today's mission will perform has performed this entry burn for the 5th time. And Falcon 9 is the world's first orbital class reusable rocket. And this is important because it allows us to reuse the most expensive parts of the rocket, which drives
Stage 1
down
transonic.
the access to space. We should see that landing burn starting in just a few moments.
Stage 1 landing burn.
There is the start of the stage 1 landing burn.
Unfortunately, we didn't hear
Stage 1 landing leg deploying.
a sonic boom.
Stage 1 landing is confirmed.
What a beautiful view of
Stage 2
that
terminal guidance.
first stage landing. And with that, that landing marks SpaceX's 360-second recovery of the orbital class rocket, including the first stage landings for Falcon 9 and Heavy. And we are coming up on second engine cutoff 1 here on the second stage in just a few moments.
And that will conclude the launch for tonight.
Stage 2 shutdown.
There is that call out for SECO 1. You can see that MVAC engine slowly cooling off.
Nominal orb insertion.
There is that confirmation of a good orbit. Looks like we are on track for Dragon separation in just a few minutes here at the T plus 9 minute and 25
Stage 2 FTS is saved.
second mark.